Well, we hit the low 90s yesterday, and we're already cruising in that direction quite easily now. I mean, look at that, 88 degrees, and it's lunchtime. And it is 90 as you get down into Richmond. So the heat's on for yet another day. This is not record heat. It's definitely above average. We're already a couple of degrees above our average high. But the problem is we've also got quite a bit of humidity out there. The dew point, an indication of how muggy it is already in the low to mid 70s. Southern counties are in the upper 60s here. So when you factor those two together, you get something called the heat index, what it feels like. And it already feels like we are in the low 90s. So our heat index is already matching where we've been topping out for highs, and it's in the mid 90s out west. We have got a hot and steamy July day underway. Here's the forecast for the heat index into the afternoon. We're shooting for heat index values likely in the mid to upper 90s, probably hitting triple digits out west. You start to get into the triple digits, that's where you start to see heat advisories showing up, and they're definitely out there, just not here. Our maximum high so far this year, 92 degrees. We hit it yesterday, hit it July 7th, and also at the end of June. And of course, we're back at it today. So we are matching where we have maxed out temperature-wise this year so far. And we've got more of that on the way this weekend. You do see some slight fluctuations in the overall temperature, but we're going to dip to the mid 80s behind a cold front and then jump back to the low 90s this weekend. So if you're looking for a good lake weekend or hitting the pool kind of weekend, we've got one of those on the way. Extreme heat, excessive heat warnings out for Oklahoma as you head back towards Oklahoma City. And there are heat advisories within the state of Kentucky, but they're in western Kentucky and also that little cluster of counties handled by the National Weather Service office out of Charleston. Far eastern Kentucky, we're just below where we would see one of those issued. As far as shower and storm possibilities today, an isolated shower storm. Most of the active weather is going to be off to the west, where we've got a slight risk for severe storms today. That includes much of Missouri going back through Oklahoma and also up into northern Michigan. Tomorrow, that threat shifts east. So we do have a slight risk for severe storms tomorrow as some of those scattered storms pop up into the afternoon. We'll have to watch out for that. Some hail, some gusty wind. Very limited threat today, but then tomorrow with that cool front dropping in, that's a trigger, and that's enough to get some showers and storms popping. So tomorrow afternoon, they'll be scattered, but we'll have to keep an eye out for them, and then they'll diminish tomorrow evening after that front tracks east. So what's up with the tropics? Well, we've got potential Tropical Cyclone 2. The National Hurricane Center just started issuing advisories on this. That cluster of storms you see off the panhandle of Florida, it's already swamping New Orleans with heavy rain, severe storms, flash flooding. And the initial forecast track recurves it right up toward the western Louisiana coastline as a potentially Category 1 hurricane Saturday. So this thing has got some serious warmth to work with. I want to see if I can get back to that. That is the sea surface temperature. Get my weather computer to cooperate. There we go. Hold it steady. Whenever you've got sea surface temperatures in the 80s and low 90s, that is basically jet fuel for a hurricane. So yeah, we could easily see some development out of that if you've got any friends, family along the Louisiana coastline, out towards East Texas later in the week. If you've got vacation plans, look out. Here at home, it's going to be much more quiet beyond the scattered storms tomorrow. We've just got a hot, summery weekend ahead, Dia.